It all began early one Monday morning. Crew members arrived at the live studio expecting another typical broadcast. Kelly's infectious energy, Mark's playful charm, and their effortless chemistry lighting up millions of screens across America. But this time, something was off. Kelly hadn't arrived. And for a woman known for her discipline, punctuality, and professionalism, her absence was immediately alarming. Within minutes, whispers spread among staff. Was she delayed? Stuck in traffic? But then the call came in. Kelly had been taken to the hospital. According to insiders, she had been feeling faint and dizzy over the weekend, but had insisted she was fine. That morning, however, things took a turn. Before heading to set, she reportedly collapsed briefly at home, prompting Mark to rush her to a nearby medical center. The news sent shockwaves through the studio. One producer described the moment simply. You could hear a pin drop. Everyone was scared, not just because she's our star, but because she's family. Mark, who was scheduled to host alongside her, was torn. Should he stay at the hospital or go on air? But knowing Kelly, who always says, the show must go on, he made the difficult decision to appear live, though visibly shaken. The episode that morning was shorter, lighter, and missing the unmistakable rhythm that Kelly brings. Viewers immediately noticed. Social media lit up within minutes. Where's Kelly? Is she okay? Mark looks worried. Behind the scenes, doctors were running tests. The initial fear was exhaustion, but sources close to Kelly say it was more complicated. Weeks of non-stop filming, travel, and preparation for the show's fall season had left her completely drained. Combined with low blood pressure and dehydration, her body simply gave out. By mid-afternoon, she was reportedly stable, but admitted for observation. Mark, having wrapped the show, rushed back to her side. He looked devastated, said a studio insider. Mark and Kelly aren't just co-hosts, they're soulmates. Seeing her hooked up to monitors really shook him. Kelly, ever the professional, later sent a message through her rep, thanking fans for their support. She downplayed the scare, calling it a minor health hiccup, but those who know her best say it was a wake-up call. She pushes herself harder than anyone, one friend shared. She'll film, host, work out, handle her family's schedule, and still show up smiling at 6 a.m. But the body eventually says, enough. The hospitalization forced both Kelly and Mark to rethink their pace. Sources say ABC producers encouraged her to take a short break, something she initially resisted. But after discussions with her doctor and Mark's gentle insistence, she agreed to rest. When Kelly finally returned to the live stage the following week, fans erupted with love. She looked radiant, but slightly more fragile, her voice softer as she joked, I promise I wasn't just skipping work. Mark smiled beside her, holding her hand for a moment longer than usual. That gesture spoke volumes. It reminded everyone watching that behind the laughter, glitz, and perfect hosting chemistry, there are two real people. A husband and wife who face the same fears, pressures, and vulnerabilities as anyone else. Since then, Kelly has reportedly adjusted her routine, cutting back late-night commitments, focusing more on rest, and spending quiet evenings with her family. She's learning to say no, a close friend revealed. For someone as driven as Kelly, that's harder than it sounds. Fans online continue to rally around her, praising her strength and work ethic. Hashtags like #GetWellKelly and Team Ripa trended for days after the news broke. It's a testament to just how loved she is, not just as a television icon, but as a human being who shows grace even in vulnerability. In the fast-paced world of live television, it's easy to forget that behind every bright smile, there's a heartbeat that sometimes needs to slow down. And for Kelly Ripa, this hospital stay wasn't a setback. It was a reminder that even the strongest need rest to keep shining. So, what do you think? Was this a simple exhaustion scare? Or a sign that even stars like Kelly are finally learning to put health before hustle? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe for more inside stories about your favorite television personalities.